Hey, do you think Nick Suzuki has a bad contract? The Athletic does, and it makes no sense. Let me tell you all about it. Hey, everybody, I'm Rick. Welcome to Talking Habs, where you get your daily fix of Blue Blanc Rouge. So, there's an article in The Athletic this week about the 10 worst contracts. It's written by a writer named Dom Lucian. I think that's how it's pronounced. And listed as the 9th worst NHL contract for 22-23 is our very own Nick Suzuki. Here's the list. So number 1, Tyler Seguin. You got Seth Jones, Jeff Skinner, Marc-Edouard Vlasic, Darnell Nurse, Colton Parayko, Erik Karlsson, definitely should be on that list. Zach Werenski, I'm not sure. He's a young guy. I think he produces. I know he's making a lot of money, but I don't know that he should be on this list. Nick Suzuki, and then Ben Sherratt, his new contract with Detroit. I think it's 4 years, 16 point. He's making almost $5 million a year for 4 years. So that's the list. Does Nick Suzuki belong on this list? Honestly, I don't see how. I don't see why. I don't understand it personally. So you look at that and have to think, what the? Really, Nick's contract is far from bad. $7.875 million AAV for 8 years with a modified no trade clause that doesn't kick in till 2026, I believe, for a blossoming star who will be your captain for at least 8 seasons. How is this a bad contract? I don't get it. Last season, Nick produced 61 points in his 3rd season, in his last ELC season, on a very bad team. Is the writer projecting Nick to get worse? Go backwards? In the first year of his first big contract? And why is he projecting that to happen? Nick has only shown improvement from season to season, and at 22 should only get better in the coming seasons, especially as the supporting cast around him gets better as well. He's not just going to fall off a cliff going forward. His career so far isn't a fluke. He's had some struggles and bad streaks, but who hasn't in their first seasons in the NHL? Not many. Putting Nick at 9th on this list screams to me of clickbait. A name on the list from a huge fan base that will click on this article because Nick's included and make the article go viral and sell subscriptions to The Athletic. Now, don't get me wrong, The Athletic is a good site, good writers, and lots of excellent stories, well written and well researched. But including Nick on this list is just shoddy and provocative, in my opinion, and it's for no reason. By the time Nick's contract is done, he'll be just 30 years old, in his prime, and a force in the NHL, and his contract will be looked upon as a bargain, not bad in any way. Nick Suzuki is a burgeoning superstar in the NHL, and Montreal has him on a team-friendly deal that will allow them to surround him with the talent needed to win and be serious cup contenders for years to come. He's a true leader, and he brings a lot more to the table than just his on-ice stats. He's a winner. He's a superstar, and he's on a great contract. Just for fun, I pulled out 4 contracts from Cap Friendly that I think should be on this list way before you even think of Nick Suzuki. And this is here. John Tavares, Toronto, $11 million for the next 3 years. He's 31. He's got a no movement clause. 76 games this past season, 27-49, and 76 points. So that's not horrible. I'm not saying his numbers are bad or anything, but John Tavares for $11 million was supposed to deliver them a championship. And they can't even get out of the first round. And if you ask me, this season coming, they're not even going to get to the playoffs. That's a bad contract. The only thing that you might say it's not that bad is the 3 years left. But when he signed it, that was a bad contract. I think the same thing with Austin Matthews, but hey, that's me. Jesperi Kotkaniemi, our own ex-owned KK, just signed a $4.82 million 8-year deal. He's 22 years old. Now, I know he's young, so 8 years, finishes like Suzuki, he'll be 30. 66 games, 12 goals, 17 assists, 29 points. KK's been around for a couple of years now, like 1 or 2 years longer than Nick. He's proving like 1 year. He's not that superstar that we thought he was. He's not. I don't think he's worthy of that kind of a contract and that kind of money. I think that's a bad contract. And if you're going to put a young kid with a bad contract on that list, should have been KK. Oh, yeah, that's Oliver Ekman-Larsson. He's in Vancouver now. $7.25 million for the next 5 years. He's 31 years old. He's got a no-movement clause in 79 games this past season, 5 goals, 24 assists, 29 points. That he didn't deliver on his $7.25 million. There's 5 years left on that. I mean, that's not a great contract there. Definitely not as good a contract as Nick Suzuki. Why is he not on that list instead of Nick Suzuki? And finally, Blake Coleman. Asked me the team. I forgot his team. I know he was traded last year or something. $4.9 million for 5 years left on the contract. 30 years old. He'll be 35 when it's done. No trade clause. In 81 games, 16 goals, 17 assists, 33 points for $5 million. I know this guy brings a lot of value other than the points and all that. I do know that. I just think that's considering his age, that contract, by the time he's done, is not going to look great at all. So I think those are 4 contracts you could have put in there instead of Nick. And I don't understand why Nick Suzuki would have been singled out, except for clickbait. That's the first thing I thought. And I think that's the truth here. They wanted to get a huge – was there a bigger fan base than Montreal Canadiens worldwide? I don't think so. And you get people to click, and then hopefully some of those people will subscribe. I think that's the whole point of that. Not for the whole article, but adding Suzuki. And that's it. Thanks for watching. Give a thumbs up if you like the video, and leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think about Nick Suzuki being on a bad contract. Is he or is he not? I don't think he is. Stay safe out there. Peace out, y'all. And hey, check out the video that magically appeared there at some point. I don't know when. Bye, everybody. Thanks for watching.